Hey there, my dear Libras. Happy February. Hopefully, you're all well, happy, healthy, wealthy, abundant. Today, we're going to be doing a reading for February. Hopefully, it's going to be an amazing one. I'm going to start with tarot. I'm going to divide the reading into 3 parts. The first 10 days, the second 10 days, and then the third 10 days, which will only be 8, but you know what I mean. So, let's begin. I want to thank you as always for all your beautiful love, likes, subscribes, all of that. Let's see. If you don't like this shuffling, you can always fast forward a little bit. Let's see. Okay. Your cards are not wanting to talk today, my dear Libras. What's going on with you guys? Ooh. Okay. The first 10 days look like they might be a little difficult for you. Nothing horrible or anything, just possibly a challenge, to say the least. This month looks like a month full of some tough decisions or just some decisions in general. Trying to create balance more than anything. Okay. So, like I said, the first 10 days, we have the Page of Fire to start, which is great. Maybe that's a creative spark, right? Sometimes we all need that creative spark. This says outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous. This could be a person that comes back that might need to be released only because I have the Death card and the Devil card. And in this deck it says release and ego, right? The release card says the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, or time to move on. Okay. Now, there might have been something that you haven't wanted to leave behind, mainly because it either fed your ego, or maybe you had like a toxic attachment to their inconsistency or their mischievousness. This was a false sense of entrapment. Being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Now, you could have received a spark about something and fear crept in, and it's basically just saying like you need to let go of the fear in order to move forward. Something triggers you though. I definitely see that, and something definitely needs to be laid down. I'm not sure if you're ready to lay it down in the first 10 days. I will get some clarifiers over that. The second 10 days, I got the Empress, the Two of Earth, and the Hermit. Now, the Empress says lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, and nurture yourself and others. And then we've got the Two of Earth, which says too much going on at one time, the need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. And then I've got the Hermit card, which says spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. I think in the first 10 days, something is triggered within you. And I don't know if it's like you realizing that maybe you've been putting too much importance into one thing, or you've been letting your fears keep you confined, or keeping you to constantly be saying yes to things that possibly you're not sure you want to even take on, but you keep taking them on anyway. Now, I see something happening in the third 10 days that's like you get the creative idea in the first 10 days and maybe you shut it down. You're like, nope, I don't want to deal with that. I can't do it. The fear, whatever. Second 10 days, you're like, but I've grown a lot. I can manage, I can balance. Or trying to figure out how you could balance that opportunity or that creative idea into your life the way it is. So maybe you pull back and really reflect on, like, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? Because I see you kind of taking action towards the third 10 days, because I have the Ace of Fire, the Wheel, and the Seven of Earth. And the Ace of Fire says an exciting new opportunity, career abundance, change your life now. It's almost like you've thought about it long enough and you're like, I'm going to do it, because if I don't, then nothing's going to change, right? And whether that be to release the fears, to release extraneous things in your life that have been holding you back or making you feel imbalanced, whatever it is, it changes the momentum. And the momentum is that wheel. A time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side, right? Now, the Seven of Earth is about investing into that idea. The seeds, well planted, a temporary pause in action, an unnecessary worry. So, this is kind of to me saying that maybe you've taken enough time, because the Hermit, the Devil, all line up with the Seven of Earth. Maybe you've thought too much about something. Maybe you've taken too much time to cultivate it, and now is the time for movement, because it's like you've got all these great ideas, and that's probably why you've been juggling them, because you've been trying to come to the understanding that you are worth it. You do have everything you need. There might be some things that, yes, you need to let go of, but it's like go time. It's not stop, right? It's a forward movement. And I think that your fears have kept you from really cultivating something that's going to be um, able to move forward. So it's like there's a lot of stagnant energy, I think, in the mind more than anything. It's like the fear tells you you need to wait. The fear tells you you're not good enough. The fear tells you you got too much to do. You're already overwhelmed. Your fear tells you, oh, you'll never make nothing of this. And this is the month of really just getting in touch of like why you've been feeling like now is not the time, because the energy here is saying you're ready. Embrace it. So I'm going to get some clarifiers for each of the 10 days, get a little, a little bit of a more idea what's going on for you, my dear Libras. Let's see. First 10 days. One more. Okay. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. No, the Six of Pentacles, sorry. Yeah, this is basically saying, like, the Knight of Wands normally moves very impulsively. They're kind of an in and out energy. And with the Page of Fire here, it's basically like fired up, right? It goes from the page all the way to the king, just like that, right? But then we've got the Six of Pentacles, and that's about the balance, right? It's saying all the momentum is there. It's almost like a pressure cooker, right? Like all the things are in place to move, but it's like as soon as you're ready, you're like, nope, I need balance. Nope, this isn't balanced. Nope, this isn't equal. Nope, this isn't this. And that's when that fear creeps in. It's like, slow down, figure out what, it's like all the energies are there, and you're like, wait, hold up. Your fear says, wait, hold on. I need to make sure. I need to really get balanced first. I need to do this first. I need to do that first. And if the energy is so strong to go from a page to a king like this, then it's basically saying you've got all the drive, all the ambition, all the ability to conquer this. Don't let your fear keep you stagnant. And I feel like, excuse me, maybe in the past, that's what it's been, is you've always gotten to that point of, okay, it's time to go. And then you're like, wait, hold up. Let me make sure. Hold on. And then you second guess it. And then it throws the balance off, right? And that's where that Two of Earth comes in. That's why it's in the middle. Okay, let's see. Second 10 days. What do we have? Okay, so we have the Judgment card, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. This is basically saying, or this is saying that it's up to you to embrace the abundance, or to embrace the opportunity that's being presented to you. But it's like, as soon as it's presented to you, the first thing you do is like, hold up, let me look at it. Let me make sure that all things are in line, and let me make sure that it's good. It's like you spend more time judging it than just embracing the opportunity. And it causes stagnation. And I kind of said this with the Aquarius reading as well. It's like, basically, we're given opportunities by the divine, by God. God says, here's the perfect opportunity for you. Here's a brilliant idea. Let's say you're just sitting there in quiet, and all of a sudden this brilliant idea strikes your mind. And the first thing you do is you're like, well, how can I do this? How can I make this into something? No, I can't do that. And then you doubt it. And then a month later, you see somebody else doing it, and they're so profitable with the idea that you had. Well, that's because energy is constantly in motion. So if you don't grab that opportunity when it's presented to you, you're going to lose it, right? God's going to say, okay, you're not ready, and then give it to somebody else. So this is kind of a warning, saying whatever opportunities that you're presented with in this month, grab a hold of them. Don't wait. Like, don't put it on pause, because if you get in the habit of constantly like doubting, or constantly thinking there's more to it, or there's more you need to do, then the opportunity is just going to pass you by, and the divine's going to give it to somebody else, right? So I think you're coming to that recognition of like looking at your past and how many opportunities you've had, but out of fear you've missed them because you've taken too much time to act on them. Or it's almost like, let's say you see this guy, and or a guy or girl, and you're interested in them, and instead of just walking up to them and just telling them like, oh, would you like to go out sometime, instead you, out of fear, just obsess in your mind like, what if I say the wrong thing, or what if I do the wrong thing, or what if this, what if that? And by the time that you actually go to ask them out, they're already in another relationship, or recently just got in a new relationship. Yeah. And so for the 13 days, we have the Three of Swords, the Strength card, and the Ten of Swords. And this is basically saying you can use your pain for power. You can use your past experiences to help you to see the difference between like where your ego will try to tell you, don't do it, it's gonna hurt you. Don't do it, it's gonna fail. Don't do it because whenever you've tried anything before, you failed. This is the ego basically saying it's gonna hurt you, don't go. And that's why it goes Ace of Fire, the will, stop, right? It's like start, stop, start, stop. The opportunity is here for you. Don't let past experiences, don't let pain, don't let any of that, or the fear, stop you from playing the game, right? And whatever this pertains to you, whether it be love, career, family, friends, whatever, it's basically just a warning to say, like, when you get that opportunity, embrace it. Because if you let fear come in, like with the strength card, that's the ego. If you let the ego come in and tell you that you're never going to make it, you're never going to do it, it will never be possible, then you're going to keep yourself from the abundance that lies ahead. Okay, so now I'm going to pull from this career and finance deck and see if we can get some information or some suggestions for this month. I don't know if this is an air sign thing, but it seems like y'all are kind of in the same boat. And I know with air signs, y'all have a hard time getting out of your own way sometimes because you have the habit to overthink things. But that could just be the collectively the air signs are having some difficulties. Okay, so the first one is saying great match. You're on the verge of finding the perfect work for you. Don't give up. You may need to grow your own business to be truly happy. And like I said, Aquarius had this as well. And you may have this great idea. You may have this, because I mean, you go from page to knight to king like this, right? This is something that could be like spark off like right away. Like it could become successful. Like the momentum is there. Like the only thing next is the emperor. But the ego pops in and says, nope, no way, can't do it. You're right there. Like the perfect match is right there for you. But it's like as soon as you get that idea, you're like, nah, nope, can't do it. So be careful of that. And then it says passage. Your current situation is a means to an end. You're making the uncertain voyage to a new world. Enjoy the discoveries as you go. And that's right. Like, yes, you may not know everything right away. Yes, you may not get it right the first time. But if you don't try, you're not going to have the opportunity. Just enjoy it. Like, enjoy the small favors and or failures. Enjoy the small wins. Just enjoy the journey of it. Stop worrying so much about the end all be all or whatever, because you can always change, right? Nobody's ever stuck in anything. And then we've got in the flow, the universe is sending you help. Tap into your inner power and go deeper to create the purposeful life you really want to have. Yes. Tap into the universe, tap into God, tap into that creative juice that they can give you, the ideas. Where do they want you to go? What are you being guided to? Tapping into that, right? Tapping into the abundance that's presented or surrounding you. You just have to ask for the help, and you have to tap in to be able to receive the messages and the downloads. Okay, so we did career. We did this. Now I'm going to go into love, and I'm going to do love for like singles or somebody maybe coming in for you, maybe their characteristics, and then I'm going to go into people that are in separation from their person and maybe some advice or things to work on that will help. So I'm going to start with the romance angels, get a couple messages there. Okay, so I have finance and career. Your financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And then I got let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Yeah. I think something is making you feel like you need to force things or you need to control things at all times. And I think that's because you're an air sign, right? And you've got so much fire within you, and fire and air are combustible. But that combustible energy makes you fearful because it's so strong, and I think you're not recognizing that it's strong because it's trying to propel you. It's not trying to hinder you. And that could be in love, and it could be in finances as well. And love and money kind of go in the same vibrational flow. Like, you can't really have one without the other, or vice versa. Um, I don't know, love. I'm not sure. I think that you're trying to say, like, it has to be perfect in order for things to move forward. And that's not the case. Like, love is never perfect. Finances are never perfect. There's always going to be an ebb and a flow to everything. And so if you just give it to God and you surrender it, then things will start to flow more, more freely. Instead of trying to control each and everything. That's what's keeping you kind of stagnant here. Okay, next I'm going to go into the characteristics of the person that you're either attached to or is coming in for you. Okay. So the first card to come out is Genius. Yeah, this comes with the Aquarius too. Genius is like Neo in the Matrix, right? Bearer of gifts, extraordinary intellect, innovative mind, and exceptional ability. So very smart, very intelligent, able to break through that matrix. Very ethereal looking. And then I've got the Dancer, weaver of grace, movement, harmony, rhythm, and passion. That's nice. It always makes me think of Channing Tatum. And not because of Magic Mike, but because of the Step Up movies. Like, that man can move. Anyways, I'm going to get off that. Anyways, so a weaver of grace and a bearer of gifts. Very nice energy. Okay, so next, like I said, I'm going to go into lovers in separation, or things that may be holding you back. And if you're in a relationship and you're having, like, difficulties. Let's see. So I've got forgiving. They didn't mean to hurt you, but you were holding on to it. Forgiving helps you get past it. Yeah. Somebody might have hurt you, but because you're holding on to it, that may be like a blockage when it comes to accepting new love, or accepting a person back, or even just accepting love in general. And then I've got grieving. It didn't work out the way you had imagined. Feel the loss so you can rebuild your dreams. Yeah, there's something that needs to be grieved, and I got that with that release at the beginning. Like, there's just because something failed, whether it be relationships, jobs, whatever, in the past, does not mean that the next one will. And I think that the longer that we hold on to the idea that something is something we need to still hold on to, it like clogs up the tube of the flow, right? Or it blocks the door. So in order to get it, you have to be in the vibration of something that isn't based on past experiences. It's based on your dreams, your desires, what it is you want, what it is you know you are capable of having. It's opening that flow back up to the idea of big dreams, right? So there might be some things that need to be like just let go of, and so they can be reborn into something new. Now, I'm doing these readings on a full moon, so I am going to pull some from the Moonology just to kind of get a couple messages. Okay. Well, you got 3. Okay. The energy is gaining momentum. How did I feel that? Like, I feel it so strong. It's the waxing moon. It's definitely gaining momentum. I feel it. You and your loved ones are safe. So if you are concerned about you or your loved ones being safe, you are always. You're being watched over. And then it says, look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. And that's basically like just not looking at the minor details. It's looking at the whole thing as not just bits and pieces. And I think sometimes we get hyper focused on just like one part of the story instead of like the whole picture. Like if we were to watch one line of a movie that we've never seen before, we wouldn't understand the whole movie, right? Let's say we took the most painful part out of this movie and we watched it. We might not want to watch that movie because that piece in itself doesn't make any freaking sense. It doesn't even look like something you would enjoy. But if you were to watch the whole movie, you may love that movie. That may be end up being one of your favorite movies, right? So quit picking apart the little pieces because yeah, those little pieces may have sucked, but it's actually like that whole movie that makes it worth living, right? So anyways, my dear Libras, I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please smash the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Also, if you'd like to be entered into the February subscriber surprise, all you have to do is be subscribed, like the video, and leave me a comment letting me know which part resonated with you most or what really stood out to you. You can even just say hi. Either way. All right. I love you guys as always, and thank you for everything you do for my channel. Y'all mean the world to me. And I hope you have an amazing month of love and abundance, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.